right. So the next question. So I sit in nature and feel so much love and connection, but a fear continues to be triggered as I settle into more peace. I understand how much my heart has been hurt when I've opened up in the past. I often wish I did not care or feel so much. I'm curious into any insights, and I know that this happens to others as well. So I'm just curious. I do feel the desire to open my heart again and feel I have much more wisdom to not get crushed deeply again. Precisely. Or I can at least pull myself up faster. I understand suffering is necessary for growth, but I get confused as to why some suffer more than others and some cause suffering and seem to thrive more than those who strive to do no harm. My life has been very blessed, also with some deep challenges, and I feel more hope and strength and stability as I'm growing and know I'm on the right path. Yay, beautiful. I think you answered. I think I giggled about, I can vaguely remember giggling about this before. Was this in your last question as well? How when you ask a question and then you answer it? I love that. But, precisely, it's like you're growing through it. Like you're meeting these opportunities at higher and higher levels. And another thing that the guides have shared about why is there suffering, and it's like because sometimes the suffering needs to be intense to create change. When there is a lot of love and compassion in the heart, what can happen is there is a level of acceptance of other people's bad behavior, because you want to be compassionate and understanding towards it. And that can be a beautiful thing if somebody has beautiful intentions and they might just be a little bit out of balance one day and they act unaccordingly. And that's beautiful to be able to then have that forgiveness and move on from there. But there are also people who may not have those sort of intentions, and what they do tend to gravitate towards is people who they can easily con or they can easily manipulate because of their beautiful heart. And so frequency will minimize those types of interactions. But then also, rather than having a closed heart, can you remain open, but hold that space for discernment? And if somebody is asking you to do something that you're not sure about, just say, I'm not sure right now. Let me get back to you. You don't have to make decisions straight away. And then, rather than being caught up in their moment, it gives yourself the opportunity to diffuse from like their hold or their moment, especially if they're expert at it, and just step back from it and breathe, come into your heart space and ask your true heart, does that feel right? And at times when there are incidents with people where they may take advantage, then looking back at what was shared just before about, is it supporting an evolution? And as you've written in your thing here, that that you can pull yourself out faster. And you have much more wisdom. We grow through these experiences. We grow through all of the experiences. which then hopefully prevents it, as you said, from happening more frequently or happening in different ways. And, this is the journey of life, to walk ourselves with discernment and allowing it to be okay for some people to not feel okay. It doesn't mean that they're not okay people. They're simply not in alignment with you. That was a big aha moment for me as well, a little while ago, because I too always like to see the best in everybody and have been in error at times for that. But what really helped to change that for me was just that, what I shared just then, was that awareness that just because somebody doesn't feel right for me, it doesn't mean they're not right. So I'm not judging them in a way to say that they're less than or they're bad or anything like that. They're simply not aligned. They're simply not at a frequency standard that I want in my life, that I desire to have in my presence at all. And so stepping back from that and taking a breath, coming to your beautiful heart space, and rather than jumping spontaneously, especially when we know our tendencies, because I'm the same. I just, yeah. I used to be. And it'd be like, whoops. So I get it. I do. I get what you're sharing here as well. But, just to pause and be okay with, let me get back to you on that. Or I just have to go to the bathroom. Actually, I'm not feeling very well right now. Let's catch up again tomorrow. Give yourself space. Give yourself space with that discernment. But coming to that beautiful heart space and growing strength in that frequency, because what actually happens is the more we stabilize our frequency here, our heart can't get crushed. Our heart can't get crushed because we see the wisdom in things that are happening here, because we can see it from that broader perspective. We can become to see the gifts much more quickly when we're operating at this frequency. And it's just like everything, it's practice to stabilize this field with a lot of the same things that I shared with the last question. How can we stabilize our higher frequency field? And then we're less of a frequency match then, because if we're operating up here and these people, especially if they go and look for people to, to take advantage of, they're operating down here that you don't actually even come into contact. It's like the timeline split. It's like this one's going this way and this one's going this way, and they don't interact in that way. And so, yeah, I'm really just back to that. Strengthen the heart even more, but strengthen it with love. Strengthen it with love, and that love will guide you. And just breathing into that. As you breathe into your beautiful heart space, breathing your light forward, and as you gaze into your own light, see if you can notice any gaps or anything that's not resonating as a whole. And if you notice anything, even if it's slight, imagine you're weaving light through that. So you're reweaving the gaps where it might have been crushed. And really bringing that frequency of your divine heart. So really feeling into that beautiful unconditional. You don't need to be penalized for that anymore. And as you breathe into your beautiful heart space, just emanating your light even more fully, and just visioning any of those gaps being filled with your light of truth, filled with your unconditional love, and filled with that gift of knowing, that gift of discernment. And give yourself permission to do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to think about things and get back to them later. Just breathing into that. And just sitting in your beautiful heart light. And then as you gather all of that beautiful light, we're going to anchor that down into the earth. And so back to the first part of your question, as we anchor our light into the earth, things look different. Sometimes in my client session, there is a resistance for people anchoring into the earth because of fear of letting go, fear of relinquishing control in case they're not safe. But what happens is when we sit in our higher light, is that doesn't matter, because our higher light has faith. Our higher light has faith, and it's operating in a different frequency bandwidth. And so outpouring your beautiful heart light and anchoring that down into the earth. I'm going to spend a minute here on this transmission. Just do this with me, sitting in your beautiful heart, the joy, that unconditional heart, really beaming it as bright as you can. And then as you continue with that breath, witnessing it overflow, this beautiful liquid light, as it overflows. All the way down through all your energy centers. Helping to create harmony over that sense of self, your close relationships, and that connection with community in the base. And just allow all of those experiences to be flushed with this magnificent liquid light. It's iridescent, luminous, plasmic light. As you take some more big breaths, just feeling that light flow all the way down into the earth. And as it anchors even more fully into the earth, it starts expanding out, creating an even solider foundation. Not solid and hard, solid and light, with flow. and faith and that unconditional that you already are. As you continue to breathe into that, and sitting with this 5 minutes every day, and deeply know it's okay to say no. It's okay to use your discernment. It doesn't mean you're judging others harshly. It's okay for it not to be okay with you. Just breathing into that. And I will love you and leave you all in that beautiful frequency. Please be with it. Take it with you when you come back into the moment. Take it with you. Spread it everywhere. I love you all, and I will see you again soon.